Title: Through Thick and Thin, Fumi and Archibald's Story. When their father died, Fumi and Archibald's world fell apart. He wasn't just a father. He was their shield, their hope, their everything. But when he passed, his family, the same people who once smiled in his presence, turned their backs. No one came around, no one cared. They were forgotten. Their mother tried to hold things together, a single woman standing against the storm. The nights were long, the days were hard. There were times the pot stayed empty, and sleep became the only meal they could afford. But even in the darkness there was a spark. Their mother's voice, gentle but fierce, whispering, "You must not give up. The world may neglect you, but God hasn't." Fumi would wake before sunrise, helping her mother at the market. Archibald would walk miles barefoot just to get to school. Sometimes they were mocked for their torn uniforms, but they wore those tears like badges of honor. Days turned into years. The road was rough on hunger, shame, rejection, but they never stopped dreaming. When people saw obstacles, they saw lessons. When others said, "You can't," they answered with action. Fumi studied under the streetlights when there was no power at home. Archibald took odd jobs, cleaning, carrying, fixing, anything to help his mother and pay his school fees. And little by little, the seeds of pain began to bloom into purpose. They learned that family isn't always blood. Sometimes it's the fire inside you that refuses to die. They learned that strength doesn't come from wealth, and it comes from will. Today, Fumi and Archibald stand tall, educated, proud, unbroken. They've walked through the fire, but they came out shining. They are proof that no matter how hard life hits you, as long as you refuse to give up, there's always light waiting at the other side of the tunnel. Because sometimes being neglected is what teaches you to stand. Sometimes losing everything is what makes you discover who you truly are. So if you're listening right now, hungry, tired, ready to quit, remember Fumi. Remember Archibald. They faced hunger, pain, and rejection, but they made it through thick and thin. And so will you. Keep pushing. The other side of the struggle is always greener.